This is a cherry bowl that I turned a couple of months ago and set it aside trying to decide what I wanted to do with all the bug holes in it. Well, at the time I just figured that bug holes were not very desirable, but after watching many YouTube videos I found out that they're actually quite attractive. And after all, we're not going to use this bowl to serve soup in, so it should work just fine. Here's a few bowls that I made from, basically they were made from trees from our yard. This is a bowl out of cypress. This is a goblet that's out of cypress. I just made this a few days ago. This is a goblet from a cherry tree, which I just find this a gorgeous piece of wood. There's a natural edge bowl that is made from the elm tree that was in our backyard. Well, the elm tree is still there, but we had it trimmed, and this is from the trimmings. This is from a local cedar tree that a friend of mine gave me some cedar, and it was very interesting to turn cedar. Once it starts drying, it's really light and it doesn't turn as nice as you'd like it to. This is also a bowl from that same cedar, which I was surprised because I'm used to building things out of cedar, and a cedar 2x4 is not really that attractive. Another natural edge bowl, and this out of the cypress tree that we had taken down. And this is a piece of driftwood that I picked up on the Oregon coast here a few months ago, and this was going to be a scrap. It was a cutoff from something I made. I put some finish on it, and I think it's going to make just a nice conversation piece sitting wherever anyone wants it. So most of my turning has been segment work. I was a wood pattern maker, and we built everything out of segments for stability and ease of construction. So this is carried on in my more art type turning, and this is a segmented donut that I made I don't know, 6 months ago, and it was just fun to do, and I like to challenge myself, although I have turned similar things like this at work, but certainly not with segments this colorful. This is an egg. I did eggs at Christmas time and gave them as gifts, and this is I call it a tornado egg, and it's certainly a lot of time consuming, glue up, and very little turning compared to the rest of the work. And this I just had to make a ball the same way. It's got the tornado shape, and it's made out of cherry, and it's called Camden oak, and it's actually red oak that they put in an oven and bring it almost to burning, and it stabilizes it and pretty much makes it bug proof and rot proof. But I like the effect on it. It gives it a nice dark color without the cost of ebony. Now, this is some of my favorite things to do, and I've made many of these. This is a twisty bowl. It's probably about 12-inch diameter with just, you never know what pattern's going to come out of it. I just glue strips up, and you make them somewhat symmetrical across the center line on it so that the pattern's the same, and you just end up with what I really think is quite a nice look. And this has got a lacquer finish on it. I probably have 10 coats of lacquer that I put on and sanded down and reapplied it. So that's about it, and now I'm going to continue this with the video of sanding that first bowl out and applying the finish. Thanks for watching. Now for the unveiling of my mystery wood. Well, it's not really mystery, it's tulip poplar, but the mystery part of it is, what am I going to do with it? So here it is. If you have any great ideas, I'm sure open to them. It's got that little piece sticking up right here, which I'd sure like to be able to leave something in there, and maybe cup this area out here and then just get a little bit of that. It'd be a very shallow looking turning, but I think the grain might be pretty nice in it, and it'd sure be fun doing it. And kind of holding off, getting used to my brand new lathe, and then I'm going to do it. So there it is, tulip poplar. Well, thank you for watching my video. You'll see some of the finish work on this other bowl that I did following this. Yeah?
I'm making those egg butts.
Oh, good.
So I'll let you put your seasoning in, then I'll stick them in the water.
Whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay then.